Will the Arizona housing market continue to normalize through the remainder of the year? What is that quirky little Old West town north of Phoenix called anyway? Is it really a dry heat? All that and much more on today's episode of Arizona Dreaming. Well, welcome back to Arizona Dreaming. Today we are in Cave Creek, Arizona. That's right, the little small western town north of Phoenix. And I'm going to be walking around giving you a little tour of what this beautiful little town has to offer. You can move at a slower pace in Cave Creek, where friendly creekers can steer you toward first-rate hiking at Spur Cross or to the local bar, Harold's Cave Creek Corral. You'll find feed stores interspersed with secondhand shops, a hat shop, art galleries, and upscale home decor stores offering Mexican pottery and one-of-a-kind furnishings. The town's signature event, Wild West Days, features a parade, cattle drive, and mutton busting. Picture bull riding for kids on sheep. But don't fret if you miss it. There's two-stepping and bull riding at Cave Creek's saloons throughout the year. Looking for something more low-key? How about live acoustic music under the stars at a local coffee house? Cave Creek is an Old West style town where it's just as common to see horseback riders trotting along Main Street as it is to see a motorcycle cruising by. It's got that small town charm where locals are friendly and excited to share their town with visitors. With the Sonoran Desert and Tonto National Forest nearby, there is no shortage of outdoor adventures to be had. Hiking, mountain biking, horseback riding, and hot air ballooning are a few favorites. It's also home to several mouth-watering restaurants and numerous unique shopping opportunities. Frontier Town, located in the heart of Cave Creek, will take you back in time. Walking through Main Street in the old western town, you'll see Gallows and Boot Hill Cemetery. Find a special gift at one of the wonderful shops. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Frontier Town is one of Arizona's only remaining western town destinations. Being in Cave Creek before the town was incorporated, Frontier Town has been serving tourists a taste of the original Old West for more than 50 years. Will the Arizona housing market normalize for the remainder of the year? Well, let's take a look. With inflation rising and the Federal Reserve poised to make steady hikes, mortgage rates are falling after rapid jumps in June. Interest rates have come down significantly over the last few weeks, between 1/2 and 3/4%, totaling thousands of dollars of savings over a year, giving buyers in the Metro Phoenix housing market another $20,000 to $40,000 in their pockets that they did not have a few weeks ago. Mortgage companies are aware that change is coming and are reacting. With concerns rising over a possible economic recession and new mortgage applications declining over the past 2 to 3 months, mortgage companies are offering more competitive closing costs and interest rates to attract buyers. Will the housing market continue to normalize over the remainder of the year? We believe so. It looks like the housing market is going to see a deceleration and hopefully not a depreciation. A deceleration is expected through the flurry of activities, that is listings, closings, days on market, price reductions, expired listings, etc. In terms of home value appreciation, with each passing month, that figure is reversed. Last year, homes in Arizona appreciated between 20 and 25%, which is a total anomaly. What our market did last year, in terms of appreciation, was what it did the 3 years before combined. Forecasts at the beginning of 2022 projected another 20% appreciation. After the year's second quarter, the forecast has been cut from 20% to 5%, which is still a gain for homeowners. However, the mortgage rate increase, alongside the war in Ukraine and the inflated gas and grocery costs, have widely impacted the projected home appreciation values for the remainder of the year. Compared to other smaller states, Arizonans are in a good position. The rate that Arizonans will see in depreciation will be much less than those living in other states. With Arizona's job growth rate, the desirable geographical location for retirees and young families alike, and general influx of new residents, the housing outlook for Arizona remains strong. These factors provide enough of a cushion to support the local economy and the Metro Phoenix housing market. Okay, you've been hearing this all over the place. Is it really a dry heat? Well, let's find out. Our bodies cool off through the evaporation of sweat. When it's humid outside, it's harder to cool off because our sweat evaporates slower. That's where the idea of heat index comes from. It takes into account the temperature and humidity and calculates a feels-like temperature that is often hotter than the actual air temperature. But when it's super dry out, you can also get that feels-like temperature that is lower than the actual air temperature. On a day where Phoenix hits 115 degrees, the humidity was only at 8%. That put our feels-like temperature at 108. So it's up to you to decide. Would you prefer 98 degrees with 60% humidity and a feels-like temperature of 102 like it is in Chicago? Or 115 degrees with 8% humidity and a feels-like temperature of 108 like we do here in Arizona? Well, I hope you found this episode fun and informative, and I look forward to seeing you next week on Arizona Dreaming.